Whoa, hello friends, how's it going? This is your friend Jeff playing Ultimate Admiral Age of Sail. American campaign, normal difficulty in land and sea, with adaptation for scaling. This is part 2 of the rice boats. I'm at the final stage that I mentioned that I would do is I'm finally getting revenge on the Cherokee for shooting at my troops when we were spawning over here. Remember when we came over here? He got to, kill some of my guys along here, and well, this is the revenge part of it. If you come this way and then you come along this line, he can't shoot at you because he's not going to move. And you can see that the mortar is out of ammo, so it's going to shoot. It's going to take 3 times longer to shoot, but you can see that we're damaging him. He's got 110. I have a Milita and a Fusilier unit here. And so while that is going on, because I told you this would be part 2 of me. In part 1, you've seen that I took out the smaller transport with the mortar, and then I saved it and I ended the video. So part 2 is this final bit of getting him out, because I took out the cemetery here, and you can see the crew is right here. She had like 300 on her crew, but she got whittled down to like 260, and then when I captured the whole ship drops this unit out. So this is the whole crew of what's left. I got 200 prisoners, 202. On the Whitby, which is right here, I had all my units right here. And as soon as they landed, we captured them. We got 2 from the Scarborough. That was the ship over here that did a weird thing, and the wind took it over here, and we just wiped it out real easy. And then a couple of units went on to the Whitby. So that's these 2 units, and then here's the Whitby crew. She had 300 on her, but I captured her at 228, and I captured the other one at 202. My supply wagon is over here. It's full. I had 1,000 in it, then I filled it up with 4,000 from the 2 depots. Now let's go and see how we're doing over here. Now the problem is there's no beach over here. The beach is over here, but we can't go over here because the ship can shoot us. So hey, we just knocked out a mast, 2 masses. We just somehow hit the 2 masts. Ain't that funny? But yeah, so this is the last stage of it. And the reason, that I wanted to do this, and it took 2 days and 2 nights to do this, because these big ships, it took a long time. You have to get them down to like nothing. Just like a little planking on them, just a tiny piece for it to finally sink. Like, I'll tell you that we knocked out a lot of the mass. We knocked out 100% of the armor. And the planking was right to about right here before the that big giant merchant ship sunk. So so that's what took the longest time. But this guy ain't gonna take long, so that's why I decided to start recording it, because because I said my navy is so big that I'm losing 10,000 a turn, and this battle is only going to give me 11,000, so I'm basically going to break even. you know what I mean, of doing this battle. So I have to get something more out of it than just like maybe $1,000 or something. So granted, you know, I filled up my supply wagon with $4,000, because I originally had 1,000 in it, and this mortar sucked up the remaining supply in the depot. So it was out of ammo when it was over here, so that's why it took a long time. I used up all the ammo in here for my supply wagon and to take out this ship. By the time I got to this ship, he had maybe 1/3 ammo. That was about it. So to sink that guy, we had to, you know, it's delayed every, you know, third time it'll shoot or whatever. But anyways, we're almost done. So you're just catching the very end of, you know, 2 days worth of fighting here to knock out these 2 big ships. And you can see all my guys here. They've already done enough running around and all kinds of stuff, so they're not going to gain anything. So I'm just gonna try to finish this guy out. And then these 2 units are going to go and fight them. I'd hope to be able to capture them. I mean, he's 108. We got 199 and 184. And we as well get them ready. It's just that we can't. You can see the rounds here that this guy put onto the allies that we killed off over here. And he has back guns, but he doesn't have a front gun, so that's why I'm over here. And the mortar, and if you didn't watch the other video, or you didn't see part of it, or you don't know, this Cherokee killed 5 guys off of my mortar when my mortar spawned over here, right over here. And so if I go to the harbor with just the 55 guys that were originally on here, I'd have to buy 5 guns, which the game forces you, and you have to burn a rep point. So I put an infantry unit on here. I took E Taurus off here, and I put one of my units like this on here, and the 60 went on. And so as long as he doesn't get hurt when he goes to the harbor, the only thing I gotta do is give him back his original perks that he was supposed to have, which was like 200, you know, or in stealth. But this is a military unit on here, and you can see that the military unit again has discipline training, assault course, and elite. But when this mortar gets into the he blew up. He blew up. He blew up. Oh, so I don't get a chance to capture them. Okay, all right, but that's fine. That is fine. I think I explained enough in it anyway. So that was nice. That was a nice little surprise, I guess. A nice little explosion while I was talking. Oh well. So I lost my train of thought, but I think my train of thought was when we go to the harbor, the good news is with my mortar, the way they do it, that marine, not a marine unit, but that military unit is going to stay on my mortar instead of E Taurus. And I'll show you when I get to the harbor. So let's take a look at this now. So this is part 2 because I wasn't satisfied, but I didn't want the video to go so long. So, because you know, if you ain't gonna want to sit through 2 days or 2 days and a night and a day to do what I just did, unless you're playing it yourself and you're having fun doing this. And the reason And it doesn't even show it right here, but um, I just showed you those prisoners over there. So I've got at least 470 prisoners, which when I played this battle in part one, I killed every British unit on land, and I didn't get one prisoner. So by by destroying the Whitby and the Cemetery, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, you know, I got at least a couple hundred from each of those two ships. So that'll be enough to give me like 4 or 5 rep, because I got to get something, because I'm losing. Like I'll show you anyways. But let's look at this. The end result now, which is what I will carry the campaign forward with, now that I knocked out every single ship here. I had 5 ships, 156 guns, doesn't do me any good, but 2951. My fleet casualty and losses, 154. So that is for doing. So think of it this way: for doing a land battle, that ain't bad at all. I only lost 154 guys. And then army strength. Don't forget, they gave us a bunch of army and stuff. And they had those guns, which was the coastal guns, which was the 9-pound Bogard, but yet it's called a 6-pound coastal gun. So I don't think anybody's made a comment, but make a comment of why does the game call it a 6-pound coastal gun, but yet it's running a 9 Bogard gun. So it doesn't make any sense to me. So let's say most of this is the Allies. They lost it all because I killed them off, because hopefully this 640 will give me some good portion of their rifles. Now if we look over here, you can see that they had 8 ships, 82 guns, 24-25. 7 sunk, 0 captured, and I guess they don't count the one that blew up, because that one just blew up. But anyways, and then they don't show anything here, you know, whatever. So anyways, hold the farm. Then we can look at the units here. We don't have any damage because our ships weren't in the battle. And you can see the cemetery, or whatever. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but you can see she sunk. She had 824. The Whitby had 848. Sunk. I sunk it with my mortar. And then this ship here sunk. That ship sunk. Fox sunk. Oh yes, right here. Cherokee, you saw that. Destroyed. It blew up. Scarborough was sunk by the coastal gun. And here's E. Torrey's mortars. And the Fusilers. Alright. And no action on the officers. So the good news is I didn't even lose an officer. I didn't get one promoted, but I didn't lose one. So that's really good. And here's the goods. All right, so we got 300 and hey now. Look at that. And I'm gonna bet this came from either the Whitby or the cemetery car, the cemetery ship. Look at that, the sword. Because I remember if you look at the end of my other part 1, I don't think this gun was here. Like, it was these. Because you didn't see me take out the 2 giant transport ships. You only saw me take out the little transport ship. And then I just went back into the save, and I sunk the 2 big merchants, and now I just sunk this guy right here, or destroyed this guy. So part of those, I bet you this is what was on those giant merchant ships. So of about 400 and something prisoners, look at that. We're getting that much. So, all right, well, that's enough of that. I can't move the thing around to show you anything else about the battle. So, and if you watch part 1, you'll know what I did in it anyway. So, okay, so now we're going to head off, and then I'm going to carry the campaign forward now. Now that I did that because, you know, as you can see, we're in the harbor, right? And now I have 477 prisoners. So the game may buy those back. And now I have a lot of rep. And on top of all this, yeah, look. All right. So you see me when I did part 1. You can see that I had no prisoners. So part 2 of doing those 2 giant merchant ships and sinking them, I got 477, and so I'm going to get 3 rep for that. I could get this money, but I think I want the rep, because I know I'm going to spend a lot of that to get the other ship. So now you can see that we got 11,000, right? For that land battle. 6 rep, 1 career point. But you can see I lose 10,557, right? So basically I did that battle, and you can see as a result that 11,000. So what did I make? Like what did I make? 400 bucks or something? 500 bucks? If that, 400 maybe? So you can see how, you know, the dire straits that I'm in right now. And we still got to do a side mission, and I'm gonna put 3 ships in here. But we're gonna take a look at now career-wise. I could, because I'm doing a side mission, I could do another one. But because I'm going to put 3 ships in it, and I'm already getting 20%, I could go for rep, but I think I would rather start pulling in the maximum amount of money that I could pull in. I mean, there's a lot of things I could be doing, but that's what I'm thinking about. Because, you know what I mean, I'm losing that amount of money. Total minus 10,000. So now that I applied that, we're going to go to these ships. And you're going to see that I got out of that battle pretty good. I got my supply wagon. I only went in with 1,000, so I gained 4,000. Rusty told me about that, so I'll give him kudos for that. And actually in that battle I probably could have went in with 0 and got 5,000, but then again I needed some of that ammo to knock out those ships. But so yeah, so that was all free, so extra 4,000. But the mortar. Okay, so you know. All right, you know what I think? I think, and I can't go back to do it, but what I think is, I think because I took, okay, so, okay, I'm going to tell you something about this, okay? Because I took him off. I took him off the mortar, right? I had 60 odd here, and I didn't lose anybody, but the game forced me to go down to the 54. And I think it's because E-Taurus, I put on the coastal gun. Just for the heck of it, I put him on that coastal gun. Now I think if I had e-Taurus just freely out there, I think the militia that was on here would have been here, but as you can see, it backfired. Yeah, it totally backfired. It totally backfired. Because I'll tell you what happens. In another one where I did this, the military unit was here, and this is the military unit. This is not e-Taurus. E-Taurus evaporated somewhere. But I had him on the coastal gun, so therefore I'm thinking that's why it's a glitch. Because the other time I did it, we had the 60, and it had this, and I just changed the name to e-Taurus, and all I had to do was change the perks. So don't take a mortar unit, don't take the unit off the mortar unit, is what I'm going to say. I mean, if you take the mortar unit off the unit, right, do not put him onto another artillery unit, because somehow that confused the game, and now I've got a mortar unit that has the elite stuff instead of the perks that he's supposed to have. So I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna dismiss the unit. I'm just gonna outright dismiss the unit. I'll make a new unit later on, because I need that unit to have its mortar perks. You know what I mean? I don't want melee perks. So I'll have to build the mortar unit later. So, and it's all because it glitched out because of the simple fact that I put, I think when I had e-Taurus just like singly out there, not on anything, I think by putting one of these units onto the mortar unit, and it was an even amount of 60, I think it would have worked okay, and I could have just given it its regular perks is all I had to do. But notice, because I put e-Taurus on the coastal gun, this all got screwed up. So, you know what I mean? So I can't show you what I wanted to show you because it ain't gonna work, because when I took e-Taurus off the mortar, I should have just left him off the mortar. I should not have put him on that coastal gun, because that screwed everything up. So anyways, so I'll just kill off my mortar unit. He's right here. No big deal, because I can then make another unit, but it's going to cost me reps, so I'm not going to do it right now. And I don't need the mortar right now. So anyways, so enough with that. We're going to go ahead, and the thing we want to do is we got to now, I'm going to add this ship, the Rye, from the other battle that we did, and it's going to cost 40 rep. We repair 131, and now we have it. And I did say that I was going to name it Garlic because we sold off her ship, so she now has this ship. And I'm going to go to Vieira. I'm going to take myself off that ship. And this is going to become my capital ship. And unfortunately, yeah, we might as well buy the last officer. Alright, so now we're gonna go to Rusty. And we're gonna take off these guys. And so they're all at minimal, except, you know, my supply I'll leave alone. And we killed off the mortar for now. We can always build it later. Because I need to have the perks that it's supposed to have and not infantry perks. You know what I mean? Because I'll when I make the mortar next time, I'll show it to you, I guess, and then I'll show you the perks that I do. We only have 9 reps, so we don't want to blow a lot of that. So now we're gonna go to this ship. We're gonna take a look at the guns real quick. Okay, well, that's what sucks about this, is these guns here. Well, let's go ahead and buy these guys anyway. Or actually, we'll do 618 because we'll get we'll get the best that we can get out of this. Okay, well, we're gonna have to see what we can do here. Unless I take guns off some of these other ships and then decide later. Let me see. I'm gonna need 3 ships, so I'm gonna put Garlic in and Fenwick and probably Vieira. So why don't I just take these off these ships? I'm not going to sell the guns because we're going to need to put them back on it eventually. But at least I'll get to see what I can do with this ship over here. Suppose I go with 4 here. Go with 6 there. And doesn't cost me anything. And suppose I keep these for now. So let's suppose we keep that for now. Can we get a structure repair kit? Alright, I think we go to 840. Alright, so even with the speed perk, the ship can only go 10 knots. I think it's because of these heavy guns right here. But I think I can just do it that way. This way I recycle the guns onto here. And we'll have to see what we do with the other ships later on. But we got this one up and running. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use these for now. So I don't wanna waste rep. Alright. That's all that I'm gonna do for now. And as you can see here, we got this patrol to do, which means I have to burn a turn, and I'm losing 12,000. So we're gonna have to see how this turns out later. So in this little short video that I'm doing, which is part 2 of the rice boats, we're gonna do this. Alright, hold on. I want Fenwick in, Garlic, and Vieira. And it's 100%. Of course, we got all the best ships here. 2,000. Let's do it. And go to next stage. Okay, and then you get this letter here. And if you... This is Mr. Hancock has not been wrong yet. Let us see where this goes. This is going to give us another battle. Well, Cloak and Dagger is Cloak and Dagger nonsense. So if you look right here, just watch something spawn here when I answer this letter, which is Mr. Hancock. And then you can see right here, Wounded Game, which is an extra battle. It's only going to give you 1,508 rep, no career points. It looks like we can, make it harder, and it'll only go to 18 and 9 or whatever. But yeah, and when you consider I'm losing, look at. I have this amount of money and I'm going to lose this when I do that battle. So you can see here that this thing gave us that. But of course I'm losing 11,000 a turn. So doing this and having to burn through a stage, you can see that, I'm gonna have to, and you can read this about the ship of the Milford. But yeah. Okay, so again, if you look at the map here, come on, stop. You can only put in 2 ships. So we got to repair the ships, no problem. So I think the 2 ships that are going to go in is going to be Fenwick. And my new Bellona ship. So the question is, when I do that next battle, I'm going to be 100% broke. You know what I mean? Like, so the thing I have to consider is, you know, what can I do? What can I do? You know, like I'm going to have to sell off some more ships. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that. I mean, I can sell these. Because I don't have the technology to make an artillery unit right now. I need these 3 mortars for me to get back my mortar. So I can sell that anyways. Now, naval guns. We got 18 of those. I mean, I'm really, like I said, I gotta figure this out. But this is not going to be a long video. This is just about the harbor stuff and getting ready for that next mission, which is going to then get me broke, because I'm already broke anyways. You can see right here. I mean, how much am I going to get for my fire ship? You know what I mean? And maybe I could sell off Randy. And then, you know, the next time I make a ship, or any ship that I sell off that's one of you guys, I'll rename you the ship one of you guys, so don't worry about that. So I'm thinking I could probably sell Randy, and I could probably sell Rutger. I mean, I gotta try to downsize. Okay, so now by doing that, that might give me enough guns to do something over here. Yeah. Okay, well, we could go to 18 pounders because we got 28 of them. And that'll put us at 17. So then I could get a boarding kit. Right? But look, I am down, you know, in money, but now I don't think I'm going to use the Beauregards. But I might use these. Okay, so that got me up with some money. That got me up with some money there. Alright, so I got Fenwick up. Okay, so as you can see here, I maxed out garlic. I spent all the money, the rep that I have, and all that stuff to get these two ships ready for that extra battle. But I'm gonna be down 12,000, you know, so like really, I think I'm gonna have to. I really think I'm gonna have to dismiss these units, like. I mean, it hurts me to have to do this, but okay, hold on, I'm just screwing up just a little bit here. I need Randy's ship, Rusty's ship. Oh no, it's Rusty. All right, Rusty. Okay, so I downsized a little bit. So I think that's about all that I'll do for now. I'm going to hang on to this fire ship just in case I need it later, but so this video was to just show how my fleet is costing me a lot of money. And so now I'm going to lose that amount of money. I'm not going to get much for that. So I'm going to go ahead and save the game. And you can see that I got those guys right here. You can see right here I'm going to lose 11,000. And you're going to see that I have only 5 rep. And you can see what I did here. And you know, I really need to get this maxed out so that way I can get, you know, enough money because yeah, this is not working out for me because my fleet is just too big. So anyways, all right, so the next time we'll do that little extra battle, Wounded Game, but at least I'll have 2 really good ships to do that battle. So we'll have to see how that'll go. But anyways, this was just to show you what I did with the part 2 of Rice Boat, and how I got my how I'm at least I got a little bit of money, but I'm losing money, as you can see here. So no matter where you are in the world, I hope you're having a great day or a great afternoon. God bless to you in your own religion. Take care of yourself. Be kind to others. This is your friend Jeff signing out. Adios, amigos. Adios, the lovely amigas.